It is the 17th of December, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. I mostly have my voice back. You love to see it. I'm not coughing and spluttering every few words. Still not fully recovered, but I can sing some songs, so that's progress. Anyway, we're continuing our Tally Hall week, and we're basically just continuing exactly where we left off, because today we're talking about Greener from the album Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. Yesterday we talked about Good Day, which is the first track. Today we're talking about the second track, and they actually lead directly into each other, and they always have since the demos. These songs have always been designed as a pair, it seems. So, that's fun. I don't think we need to give it too much setup because just the next song on the album, I've already told you a lot about Tally Hall. So let's just go ahead and listen to it and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And that is Greener by Tally Hall. I feel like Tally Hall have this reputation of being, alt-rock indie darlings, so to speak. But they kind of do things in different styles. Banana Man is like a calypso song for some reason for these five boys from Michigan. 13 is a string interlude. Ruler of Everything is like a slow, trippy, psychedelic, weird song. They've got all these different kind of mixes of styles. And then Good and Evil is very different again. Sacred Beast is like a folk tale about slaying a dragon, but the vocals are all like vocodered. Like, they do weird shit. This song is like the most straightforward 3-minute pop rock song they've ever made. And it's great. I usually wouldn't care about a song like this, but it's just a good song, It stands out in their discography because it's so normal and it's great. They do it well. And what is the song about? It is about a couple that is drifting apart, both emotionally and physically. And I just love the turns of phrase in this song. This is a Rob Cantor song. So generally in the band, whoever wrote the song would also sing it. That's not always true, but just generally that is what happens. At least they would sing lead, On the copies of the albums that I have, in the booklets and the lyric booklets, the titles would be written in the color of tie that each member wears. So this one is written and sung by Rob, so the title is written in yellow because he wears the yellow tie, I enjoy that color scheme thing. And this is a heterophonic tune of How Love Bites. So, let's talk about the lyrics, shall we? Here's that part again where everything's more than it should be, and greener seems to fall beneath your feet. Seconds tick like boulders whenever you don't call. Does it seem like that where you are? Wherever it is you are, does it seem like that where you are? Okay, yay. So, here's that part again where everything's more than it should be, and greener seems to fall beneath your feet. He's kind of talking about this, cyclical nature of this drifting apart, it seems like. Here's that part again where everything's more than it should be. He feels overwhelmed. Greener seems to fall beneath your feet. It sounds like he's referring to the idea of the grass is always greener on the other side, right? It's always better where you're not, or someone else always has it better than you. And what he's saying is that the better life is where you are. Greener seems to fall beneath your feet, right? Not mine, yours. Seconds tick like boulders whenever you don't call is a very funny lyric to me because boulders don't tick. But I assume the implication is that he's saying that boulders move slowly because they're big rocks. So he's time moves slowly. Does it seem like that where you are, wherever it is you are? Does it seem like that where you are? Oh yeah. It's just him repeating this, Are you feeling the same way? Are you missing me the same way? Is time going so slowly for you like it is for me? Anyway, second verse. Time for time together, and depending on the weather, we'll either argue in your house or outside. How different I felt before I got this notch on my belt. 'Cause in my plans, you were all for me. Yeah, but now it seems that you'd just rather leave. So here he's talking less about the distance and more about the relationship drifting apart. Time for time together, and depending on the weather, we'll either argue in your house or outside. So when they're actually together, they argue. How different I felt before I got this notch on my belt. It's hard to know what he means by this. People on Genius seem to say that he's referring to them having sex. I don't know. I feel like Tally Hall doesn't write that kind of lyric, but also they wrote to a wov, so who really knows at this point? Because in my plans, you were all for me, yeah, but now it seems that you just rather leave. Very clear just messaging of the relationship souring. Wherever you go is breaking me slowly. Don't leave it alone. Don't leave it alone. You sound so much further on the phone. You fit just right next to me. But there's always a reason why it can't be. I love this chorus so much. It's just got such a great feel to it. Wherever you go, da-na-na-na-na, is breaking me slowly. I love that. I've said this before about music stopping. Just the music cuts out and then breaking me slow, and then they come back on Lee. Don't leave it alone. I love that so much. And then the same with you sound so much further on the phone. you fit. Just that little pause there as well between phone and you fit. It's so good. I love that little pause because it lets it sink in, you know? And so he's saying, wherever you go is breaking me slowly, don't leave it alone. You know, again, the distance is killing him. You sound so much further on the phone, obviously. You fit just right next to me. That's one of my favorite lines in the whole album. It's so simple, but it's so sweet. You fit just right next to me. I love that. But there's always a reason why it can't be. And then the next verse, telephones make you seem miles away from home. All alone I get a little meaner. I leave a message at your tone, and miles away from home you get a little cleaner of me, and I find a little greener shade of envy. And then it's back into the chorus again. So, telephones make you seem miles away from home, an obvious lyric. All alone I get a little meaner. So he's talking about like growing kind of resentful and upset when she's not there. And then I leave a message at your tone, and miles away from home you get a little cleaner of me. So he's talking about leaving her messages, and she's not picking up the phone. He has to leave a message. So she's like forgetting him. She's moving on. She's getting a little cleaner of him. And I find a little greener shade of envy. He's talking about being envious, being jealous, not being in her life anymore, you know? And you get the chorus again, like I said. There's a guitar solo. And then the outro is like a variant on the chorus. It goes, wherever you are is breaking my heart. Don't leave it alone. Don't leave it alone. You fit just right next to me. Again, I love how this sounds because it sounds like it's going into the chorus again, but it changes again, you know. Wherever you are is breaking my heart. I love that. And then just ending with you fit just right next to me. Love this song. Love how it ends. Love the style of it. Love the feel of it. Love the electric guitar. Love the panning. Again, this is another one that I just prefer the 2005 version because it's the version I'm used to, but the 2008 version is still very good. It's just kind of a more polished version. There's also a demo version with a bridge, but instead of the guitar solo, but I don't really know that version at all. So there's also an official music video, and I'm saying that in heavy air quotes. That's just like 30 seconds of Joe dancing to it. It's listed as an official video and everything, but it's not a music video. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. I think it's just a straightforward kind of sad breakup song sort of thing with a great rock feel to it, rock guitar. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think, tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
Are you feeling the same way? Are you missing me the same way? Is time going so slowly for you like it is for me? Does it trouble your mind the way you trouble mine? Man, I need to talk about Exile Vilify on this podcast. Also, hey, my voice is back enough I can sing like Matt Berenger. Exile. I mean, he has a deep voice anyway. Wow, my voice immediately fails after I say that. Anyway.